Sony Xperia Tablet Z, available second quarter 2013. The new Sony Xperia Tablet Z is the counterpart to the Sony Xperia Z smartphone, based on roughly the same internals and housed in a similar omni-balance design. Before we delve into the specifications, let us consider the design. Sony say that the omni-balance concept is focused on creating balance and symmetry in all directions, but to our untrained eyes it looks just like a black slab, or perhaps a black and white slab if you've chosen the white version. Unlike the Xperia Tablet S with its wedge design, this one is uncompromising, and perhaps Sony should just have called it Omni Slab. You could use it as a greystone if you wanted, although we suspect that it might get stolen. In fact, it isn't just the ultra-slabby design that would make this a viable memorial for the departed, because the Xperia Tablet Z is IP55 and IP57 compliant against dust and water ingress, and, if all the ports are closed, it can even survive being dropped in 1 metre of fresh water for up to 30 minutes, so a stint in a graveyard shouldn't present too many problems. Although, if you were really going to use it as a headstone, then you would want to use the optional charging cradle. So it's slabby, it's waterproof. Is that all there is? Of course not. The Sony Xperia Tablet Z is a powerful beast with some very attractive features. The display on the Tablet Z is a 10.1 inch 1920 by 1200 pixel Full HD panel and more, enhanced with Sony's Bravia Engine 2. An 8.1 megapixel camera on the back comes with Sony's Exmor-R technology, and there's a 2.2 megapixel camera on the front too. There are audio enhancements as well, such as 3D surround sound, and overall it looks like the Sony Xperia Tablet Z got a generous helping of Sony's home entertainment technology thrown in. Inside is a 1.5 GHz quad-core Qualcomm processor with 2 GB of RAM, and there's up to 64 GB of flash storage depending on model ordered, plus there's a microSD slot. The Sony Xperia Tablet Z supports NFC, and it also has an infrared port which allows it to act as a remote controller. There are either Wi-Fi only or 4G LTE versions available, although costings were not available at time of going to press. This is an Android 4.1 device with an early update to Android 4.2 promised, and of course Sony have been to work here with access to their own entertainment libraries and a stack of features ported over from generations of Xperia smartphones. The high-resolution display, fast processor and advanced audio features should make this a little multimedia powerhouse, and you can output to an HDMI-equipped TV via an MHL cable or perhaps use DLNA instead. Despite looking so slabby, the Sony Xperia Tablet Z is relatively slim and lightweight, weighing 495 grams, about 150 grams lighter than the current iPad, and at 6.9mm is 2.5mm thinner than Apple's offering too. The lighter weight should certainly make it easier to handle for longer periods. Some other features include advanced battery management using battery stamina mode, anti-shatter glass, and of course we expect the Xperia Tablet Z should be able to do anything that any other Android tablet can. Sony say that the Xperia Tablet Z should be available from the second quarter 2013. No guidance was given on price, but we'd expect the prices to range between €450 to €850 depending on model.